Always a party at Patchworks. Let's get this party started. Woot, woot. Hi, everyone. This is Julie from Patchworks, and I am so excited to be with you on another Thursday evening. Tonight is February 13th, 2025, the day before Valentine's Day, and I'm wearing some hearts here. We had a big snowstorm yesterday. It's a little chilly, so I'm wearing a scarf because I've been a little cold all day. You get that chill in the morning and you just can't shake it. So I thought, let's go ahead and wear a scarf. Why not? I'll be fashionable. So I'm going to make sure that everything is working just great here. Make sure you say hello, like, share, comment, all that amazing stuff. I see some of our friends from Facebook and some of our friends from YouTube. Hi, Chris and Barb and Lisa and Sherry and Cindy and Debbie and Marilyn and Sherry and Lori and Jerry and everyone else for joining. I'm so happy that you are here with us. And I have a relatively new haircut, Pat. I got a haircut a couple weeks ago, or maybe it was just last week. I forget. And then he gave it a little color again, and I think we're a little dark, but it fades so quickly. So, whatever, it's kind of fun. So, pretty fun along the way. So, let us first talk about, Cindy, did you say it is 90 degrees in Florida? That is just not fair. I think you need to send it up this way because, it's a little chilly here tonight. And I'm wearing a scarf and I'm inside. I took off my little earband. I had my little winter ear headband on, and I'm like, I should probably take it off for the video because I look a little ridiculous. So, all right. We have lots of people joining us tonight, and I am going to first talk about what I have at the bottom of the screen. And at the bottom of the screen, I say that tomorrow we have our Valentine of Savings event. Woo-hoo-hoo. So what does that mean? And for those of you that have been shopping with us for a long time, you may remember on certain special holidays that we have a crazy little bucket in the store that you can choose and then draw for a fun little what your bonus is going to be that day. And so we will have that in store where you can draw for a fun mystery discount, which could be like a free fat quarter. It could be 10% off of something red. It could be something amazing, but just kind of fun. You'll get a little chocolate, and there is a gift with purchase for every purchase of $50 or more, and that will be a fun mini charm Valentine. So we have a few assorted ones on these little tags here, and those will be available for a gift with purchase of $50 or more. We are kicking off our purchase with $50 or more effective starting like immediately. So whether you are ordering online or you'll be coming to the store, from now until 11:59 tomorrow night, you'll get one of these really fun little add-ons. And then if you are ordering online instead of coming in store, we'll have a fun little coupon for you for a future purchase. So don't feel like you've missed out on our mystery Valentine of Savings event if you aren't able to pop in. But if you're able to pop in, well, it's always a party at Patchworks, right? So that is what we have going on. All right, so let us talk about this gorgeous quilt that we finished behind us. The gorgeous quilt. This is our Sunshine Blue Skies It's our Garden Dreams quilt with the Sunshine and Blue Skies fabric. Super fun. Let me make our little caption go away here. And where did I put it? It's down here. All right, there we go. So we will talk about this. So this is the gorgeous panel quilt that goes together super, super easy. It's a panel, some fabrics from the line, some white fabric, a beautiful border, and a binding, okay? This quilt finishes 54 by 62. As I said, it includes your pattern, your fabric for your front, and your binding. It requires 3.5 yards of backing. We've included the picture of our quilt, or the sample, yeah, it's our quilt, or the sample of the quilt. And for your reference, it's only $99.99. I showed it to you last week before we had the sample finished, all quilted up. Angie did a fabulous job here. And we just used a really fun Euphoria fabric from the back room that went really, really nice for putting it together. You could use anything on the back. Let me get you the link for that in case if you wanted to scoop that up. And as I had mentioned, we will be extending the bonus gift with purchase from now through 11/59 on February 14th, which is Friday tomorrow. Okay, so you can absolutely take advantage of that if that is something interesting for you. Sunshine and Blue Skies. We have a lot of this yardage available as well. It is super, super pretty. We have 6 of these kits left. So you're going to want to scoop it up sooner than later, because once those panels are gone, I don't think we can get any more. It was just really pretty. There we go. All right. So $99.99 for that. In this corner, I hung I Love You More Table Runner Kit, and I was able to whip up just a handful of more kits of those. So we have 4 or 5 of them left, $19.99, and it's 18 by 48, so I recommend that you do get 1.5 yards for your backing if you wanted to go ahead and have it quilted by Angie. So the package contains pieces of fabric to make your top and your binding, and then you would just need a backing. So that is super fun, and because of all of your feedback, we are already working on one for presenting to you hopefully next week. So cross your fingers that it's going to be shown next week, and another fun little add-on kind of table runner project. All right. So I think we should look at the bundle of the week. Ooh, bundle of the week. So for our bundle of the week, we thought that we would take a nod from, you know, tomorrow's holiday, which is Valentine's Day. And so let me show you what we put together. We were very original in our naming, and we called it Be My Valentine. So it is a combination of different fabric lines that we have. Let me look overhead here so I can show you. So we have some fabric. So I Love You. This is from Patrick Lose's Lovey Dovey. We have some hearts from XOXO. We have that. Ooh, some beautiful patchwork piece here. Just a very nice collection. This is, I think we made 8 of these. So 12 fat quarters for $24.99. Really, really fun, great price. I'm sure you could also manage to get one of the runners out of this as well, and just have it be a little scrappier if you used this instead of, if you used one of the lighter ones instead of the white, or you could go ahead and add white for having that. Let me get you the link for all of our bundles that we have available. So if you are new to our show, every week we try to share with you a value bundle of 12 fat quarters that is available at a very special price. We make a limited number of these, and they are available at that price until they're gone. So it's at the bottom of our page, and it's called Fat Quarter Bundle Deals. And here we go. So we have, I think, 6 in there right now. There we go. So what do you think? Are you Valentined out, or is it still fun? I think it's still fun. And I'm looking over at our screen as I'm checking our comments here, and I saw that I still have my little QR code up at the top. And so what is that all about? That is, we are in the middle of February, and we are still participating in the Bianni's Local Quilt Shop contest, where you get to vote for your favorite quilt shop, and winners from around the country, actually around the world, are eligible to receive some amazing prizes from Bianni's, as well as some other industry vendors. So as I had shared with you before, it is super exciting to be able to be represented on behalf of all of you, and any prizes that we win, we of course will pass on to you. So that particular contest runs through the end of the month. We have exceeded 50 votes, yay, which is really exciting, and we got a little bit of recognition. That's the highest that we've gotten so far since the inception of this contest. And so our goal for 2025 is to get above 100 votes. So that is available if you were interested in voting. Let's see what other things I have to share with you today. So we have been getting in a bunch of fabric, and we're going to be getting in a bunch more fabric as well. So it's, you know, everything's starting to arrive. We're really into 2025 now. So really exciting, because we had a few weeks where, you know, we were having lots of fun chatting and things like that, but I didn't necessarily have that much to show you. So the first collection I'm going to show you today is a gorgeous blender called On the Bias from Patrick Lose. Patrick Lose is distributed by Northcott, and Patrick Lose has done some amazing fabrics, including the lovey-dovey that we had featured in part of our bundle of the week. So let's take a peek overhead at the On the Bias collection, and this is a gorgeous tonal collection, really nice and soft. I'm not sure that it is going to be a reorderable basic. However, it is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful line. So we have a nice selection here, and we put together this gorgeous rainbow bundle. We also have a quilt that we are going to be kitting up called Kaleidoscope that uses all of these beautiful fabrics, and I will share with you that pattern. Going all through the spectrum here, beautiful sorbet colors, and then we have 3 different values of gray, from the very, very light faint gray to a medium to a deep charcoal. So that is beautiful, and let me grab for you that link to the collection, and then I'm going to show you the pattern for this. We don't have the kits together, but you can see what the quilt looks like. There we go. And let me share with you the I don't have a good picture to share with you for, yeah, that doesn't going to work. So if you click on the collection, if you wanted to make some beautiful things with it, you can check that out. So I'm peeping over at our comments, and Nina wants to know, talking about the LQS contest for by Annie's, is she allowed to vote more than once? You're able to vote once per email address for the contest period. So if you have a work email address and a Gmail account, you can vote twice. However, you probably aren't allowed to vote using your work email address. But that is how they're managing it. And then you can vote once per year. But that way we don't have to have worry about stuffing the ballot box with, you know, bots or something like that. So really, all of the voting is very purposeful, and that makes it even more meaningful when it is essentially one per person, because we know that we've involved so many different people in order to make that happen. So that is all about that. Just going to peek over here, make sure I'm not missing anything. If I miss anything along the way, I will do my best to follow up after the show. And Deb wants to know, is the voting on the By Annie's website? And it is. And I'm going to just grab for you that link as well, in case if you aren't able to grab a QR code. So that is LQS contest, and I'm just going to get you the Vote Now link. Here we go. There we go. So thanks so much for asking about that, and thanks for your votes. What should we look at next? Well, we are going, on my desk next is this gorgeous collection that I am just going to butcher the name of. It's a blue collection inspired by the Mediterranean. So let me take a peek at my notes so that I can best share the collection with you. And we'll look at this gorgeous fabric. It is Lahore Bleu. And so I can just hear, some of you be able to sound or to enunciate this perfectly. So we have some gorgeous birds. There's flowers here. It's kind of eclectic, kind of funky. Really pretty, bright and cheery, painterly style again. So if you like things like some of, the Create Joy Project, like some of the Robin Pickens things that we've been looking at over the past several years, this is that sort of beautiful style. There are 9 fabrics in this collection. And our inspiration for this collection from the designer statement are beautiful blues, from intense deep indigo to the lightest tints of ice blue to vast cerulean skies, and from the warm azure water lapping the Mediterranean coastline to moody gray stormy oceans. There is a hue of blue for every mood. I adore this omnipresent color that envelops our world day and night. Dusk is my favorite time of day, the twilight zone, when the sky's colors shift after the sun setting and before night closes in. Time is suspended for a little while as colors deepen from a pale tint to petrol blue, before turning into an expanse of deep blue velvet sprinkled with stars. In French, it's known as Lahore Bleu, This resonates with me, and I chose it as the name of this Free Spirit fabric collection inspired by the color blue. So Blue Hour, the period of twilight when the sun is at significant depth below the horizon. During this time, the remaining sunlight takes on a mostly blue shade. Well, see, you learn things when you watch Must Sew TV, right? I remember back in the day when we had our Aurifil Club and we were learning about different plants every month. So I try to teach you things. We all learn. And here is the link to the collection. So lots of beautiful things that you can do with it. And Lisa grabbed the inspiration. However, she didn't have any photos of specific projects for this one. So we'll just have to use our imagination how we could transform this into a great project. But it is super pretty. All right. What else do we have? Well, we have some newer, we got some new Ruby Star. And in the Ruby Star, we have little bits of two different collections. So we have a little bit of carousel and a little bit of animal. So in carousel, let me put this over here. Let's see, I brought a cart over. Let's see what I did with all of this. Okay. Ooh, okay, so for carousel, we have the manufacturer pre-cuts. And this is Melody Miller's latest line. And so there's 23 different fabrics in here. And then we also have the layer cake roll-up. Now the yardage that we got in for this collection include the signature piece here of the carousel horses. Okay, nice carousel horses here. You can imagine, you know, when you were riding on your merry-go-round, on your carousel, and then you always imagined that your horse would break free. So that is that collection, or that piece there. And then I love this medallion, this scalloped medallion, just so gorgeous. This also I could see as being a beautiful back to a project. And then if you had wanted, or just a whole cloth piece, and then if you had wanted to practice doing some stitching using the pattern as a convenience cloth for playing with the stitching. It's very intricate, but I think it could be a lot of fun still. Then in the carousel, we did get some other coordinate pieces here. A beautiful marigold floral, some large polka dots here in all of the colors. So there are 3 colors released with this fabric. And then also they're mushrooms. And I had to get the mushrooms because it seems like everybody's all about the mushrooms. So I've just been grabbing them all because, well, they're just awesome. I think I like the dark background the best on this one. I pulled some inspiration for what you could do with this whole collection, and the coloration on it, even though we don't have the whole line or the Ruby Star may not quite be your thing, I think it's really interesting how these went together. And let me just make sure I'm grabbing the right ones first before I share that with you. Let me just see here. I think here. Okay, so the one that we have, Hexy Bunch. There we go. Oops, wrong thing. We'll talk about that in a little bit. All right, so you can see here. So this one is called Little Holland. Very interesting. Any of these patterns that you are interested in, let us know that you'd like us to bring it in. I think the colors are very interesting. The shapes are very interesting. This is Ironwood Point. Ironwood Point by Holly Clark Designs. Hexy Bunch. And this is by So Mariana. I think that's very interesting. I think we've also seen some similar things from Jaybird, from Julie Herman. Radical by Tara Lee. Very interesting on how the block just explodes out. And so you have, I just think that it's so interesting how the single block explodes out. This is Crinkly Quilts Flowering Patchwork. Lots of circles here. And we're seeing circles in some of the things that we're doing from the Tim Holtz Club as well. So we'll have to explore circles a little bit more. Holly Clark Designs Teddy Bear Paw. And then I think I have two more here. Everyday Stitches Boho. Oh my goodness, this one looks really complicated. Very interesting. And this is Modernly Morgan, called Fairy Dust. That's really interesting, watching how that simple star and simple three rectangles, but how it just appears to float down the quilt. That's very interesting. So once again, if you're interested in any of those patterns, please let us know. We'd be more than happy to bring any of them in. And, oh, thank you, Christy, for answering Cindy's question. So Cindy asked, we showed the kaleidoscope quilt using the on the bias. Oh, I did not show that. You are correct. I just got talking about other things. Oh my goodness, you just can't keep track of me, right? You just can't keep track of me. And the Kaleidoscope Quilt by Patrick Lose, which is on the Kaleidoscope collection that we were talking about. We will just take a quick peek and look at that right here. Let me make this quilt go away. There we go. So this is, thank you so much for keeping me on track here. This is the Kaleidoscope. Let me see if I can get it right here. So it's very interesting. I haven't busted it apart yet for how it all goes together, but I believe you have some foundation piecing here, and each of these, that they're really just individual squares turned and then form these very interesting alternating patterns. This is a throw quilt 60 by 72. And it takes a half yard of 14 different prints. So if you were looking at grabbing a bundle, you'd want to grab the half yard bundle, not the fat quarter bundle. And then you would want to get let's just go 2.5 yards of your background and a half yard of the binding. It recommends that you do get paper for foundation piecing. So rather than just printing on copy paper. All right, so thank you for keeping me on track. Whew. Whew. All right. Now, back to Animal. So Animal and Carousel, I thought color-wise went together. You know, a lot of the Ruby Star does. So I'm just going to pull out this blender here. Okay, so you can see here how color goes together, right? This might not be your palette, but you can see how all of this could flow together, right? So I'm going to take off the carousel, and then I'm going to show you the animal prints, as well as there are some really cute novelty prints in here. So we didn't get the pre-cuts of this, I believe. I have to check. We didn't get them yet, and I didn't check to see if we have open purchase orders for that or not, but I don't believe so. So I just did something crazy here where I got the pre-cuts of the carousel. Now the animal is a Ruby Star collaborative. So that means that it's not just one of the designers, it's like all of them working together. And if you watch any of their videos, they always talk about how their collaborative really works to blend all of their palette together and their styles. And really, their releases in general work together. And I'm going to pull a piece of eye candy to show you as well how the eye candy plays with all of this. So if you were thinking that, you know, there were just some really nice blenders in some of here that you wanted to use to help calm down something else, you can do that. Okay, so let me look overhead. Here we go. Look at these goldfish. Oh my gosh. I just need this. You know, I'm not quite sure what we're doing with it, but all I know is I need some because it is stinking cute. And look at these eyes. They're just so happy. I love it. They're like, whoa, whoa. Maybe you need to like make a little pouch for your goldfish crackers. Maybe. I don't know. All right. Then here we have some fun little hippos, right? Little hippos with, I think these are hippos. These are happy with little birds standing on them. Kind of cute. And then we have the sloth. Oh my gosh. Super cute sloth. Hanging out. And we have the sloth with the light blue background as well. Hanging out, checking it all. More goldfish, but this time in blue. And it might be directional, but really, even upside down, I mean, they're just goldfish floating around being so happy. And then we got this one. Super cute. Then we have some goats hopping around. So this could be like Al Johnson's, right? Super fun. And then we have some cool blenders here. These scallops. Little checkerboard. Love it, love it, love it. So, let me share with you the collection links. I did put them as two separate collections. So one is under Carousel and one is under Animal. I'm going to give you both those here. Okay. Animal. We also got in a bunch of speckled and starry, restocking them. Those still need to get on the website. We had a little bit of an issue with our barcoding, so we'll have to fix that in order to get it up there for you, so that's all right. And then I'm just going to quick show you a couple different pattern inspirations that were inspired for use with Animal. And once again, if any of these were interesting, just let us know. We'd love to get them in for you. I'm just going to flip this overhead so it's a better background here. And let's take a peek at those quilts. So this one here, this is Tara Lee's Just 12 Fat Quarters. And how nice is this that you just have some great things here. Look at this, Merriweather quilt, fray boxes, heirloom stars, Granddaughter's Daisy, Hexie Square, and Windy City. All right, so lots of fun things there. I mentioned that we have been getting in more Tim Holtz palette, the eclectic elements and other reorderables back in stock. So we're working through that order of getting them in. I just want to show you a few of the really cool pieces that we got in, and then be looking on the website in the next day or so. And then some of the palette building kits that we've been waiting on, we are going to be able to kit. So really exciting. Yesterday when it was snowing, we were moving the store around. We still have a little bit left to do, but a little bit of a rearrange to freshen things up. And I'm loving the Tim Holtz wall that we're putting together. Just so fun and exciting. So we've gotten in a couple color box pieces, as well as the Abandoned and Abandoned 2 pieces that we were missing. So let's take a peek overhead at this. So pretty. So this is color box. Look at that. Isn't that great? So nice. So it looks like paint, right? I don't paint, but I would love to paint it. Like, you know, if somebody puts together a paint tin for you, that's what it would look like. And then a couple beautiful pieces from Abandoned. Oops, this is not Ruby Star. Don't be confused, it's not Ruby Star. More basics. So Abandoned. And so in short order, you will be able to we'll be your resource. So if you need any Tim Holtz, whether it's palette or any of the previous basics, Abandoned, Abandoned 2, Provisions, Worn Crock, Cracked Shadow, Eclectic Element Foundations, Monochrome. We are going to have you covered. And look at that. Oh, just so pretty. So, so pretty. So if you don't know what I'm talking about with Tim Holtz and you think this fabric is interesting, we have started this, we're participating store in the Tim Holtz Palette Program, where we are going around the color wheel. And going around the color wheel is going to take the better part of a year. And while we have started, don't worry, we are early in the journey, and we are continuing with all sorts of great content along the way. We meet on the third Wednesday of the month at either 10:30 a.m. or 6:30 p.m. If you were interested in just checking it out and auditing the program, I welcome you to come and check it out. As part of the palette program, members receive 10 fabrics in either an 1/8 yard, fat quarter, half yard, or yard cut of the palette of the month. And then they also receive exclusive pattern content. But everyone who is a customer is welcome to buy any of the Tim Holtz fabrics. Tim Holtz program members do receive a really nice discount on Tim Holtz fabrics all year long as well. So that is really exciting. So we will be meeting next week, and the yellow palette is in transit. Cross your fingers that it'll be here in time for our meeting. What we have planned to do for our meetings is that we're meeting third Wednesday no matter what, unless if I'm sick or the weather or whatever. And then we'll just catch up with the fabric whenever it can be, and we'll just continue for however long as we need to continue. So rather than trying to mess up the dates, okay? Sound good? All right. All right, so $219 if you wanted to come and check it out. What else do we have to share with you? I want to give a quick nod to the 50 Years of Moda. So for the 50 Years of Moda, there is a challenge that is, I know a couple of you wanted to participate and bought a bundle early on for that, and Moda came out with this very interesting fabrics. Very interesting fabric where it's printed 4 different prints on a bolt, and there are 11 different bolts of it that represent different designers over the years. So in this blue bolt here, we have, I believe, Minnick & Simpson and maybe 3 sisters. We have Debbie Maddie and Janet Claire. So just a really fun, different way of having fabric. And it is, rather than me having to carry 44 bolts for this collection, I only had to carry 11 bolts for it. So it's quite an ingenious way if you're planning on making a scrappy quilt. We have the whole collection available in half-yard bundles, but it's packaged a little bit differently because it's really half yards of 11 fabrics that have a total of 44 prints on it, if that makes sense. So you are getting like a 10 by 18 piece of 44 different fabrics in this in this half-yard bundle. Kind of fun, kind of weird, kind of interesting, but very, very clever. The contest, if you had wanted to still put something together, there are entries for pieced quilts, art quilts, and a next generation quilter, which would be the younger sewists among us. You have until March 1st to get your entry together, and you just would post it online. We will be having a gathering here to be able to share with that. So I think we had a couple people tell me early on that they were going to participate. I'm going to reach out to them. Reach out to me if I don't contact you, because I want to be able to coordinate, and then I'll announce to all of you the fun thing that we will do to be able to showcase and share the different project entries that we have. All right. And talking of Moda and 50 years of Moda and everything that's old is new again and fun, I accidentally popped up a picture earlier, and let me pop up that picture again. This is a mocked up, just colored version here of a fun quilt along that I am learning a little bit more about, sponsored by Moda. And it is called Moda's My Favorite Color Too, or Moda's Still My Favorite Color. Super, super exciting. I hope to be able to have full information for you by next week of how we are going to be launching a fun program starting in May here. And what I'm really, really excited about is that this is a program that Moda designed for us to be able to share with you, but be able to put our own spin on it, yet they have a little bit of guidance for us. We are putting together some really magical kits that you can play with. You'll also be able to choose your own adventure if that's something you'd want to do. On top of that, I've been talking to our team here, and I'm super excited that with the team members that I've already had a chance to talk to, they're all super excited about participating in it, so that every different month we'll be able to share with a different team member different techniques, different things, And so you'll be learning from a variety of different team members that have different levels of experience and different perspectives on things. So, you know, sometimes the quilters that have sewn for less time, or maybe those that have more of a garment background, have a different approach to how they attack different pieces. So I cannot wait. That was just a little teaser. And one of our fabric offerings is actually also going to be the 50 Years of Moda, which is going to be a super fun, different, scrappy way of doing things. But I'm really excited to be able to share it with you. So if you've been hearing anything about it, or if that sounds interesting, please give us a thumbs up. Let us know that you are definitely excited about it. This is a larger project, and it will definitely be a learning experience, which is also really exciting when it's fun, but also you'll learn a little bit of something. And yes, Kathy, there are triangles in it. So lots of different fun things that I can't wait to share with you. All right. Next up, I'm feeling like I'm a little chatty here tonight. We are going to give you a little peek at Raspberry Summer. Ooh, Raspberry Summer by Sherry and Chelsea. I know we've been waiting for Raspberry Summer. So Chris, if you're still listening, yes, it's finally starting to come. So we received our pre-cuts today. And for the pre-cuts, those are our mini charms, layers, jellies, patterns, and kits. So this kit is super amazing. I don't know if the yardage has shipped yet, and we do cut our own fat quarter, half yard, and yard bundles. So I didn't do a pre-sale on it. If you had absolutely wanted a fat quarter, half yard, or yard tower, please let me know. Or if you had wanted something else kitted. We are getting a ton of this fabric, but I also want to make sure that if you had wanted a tower, I can have that ready as soon as it arrives, because I know it's going to be really popular. So the kit that we have is right here, and it's a Dresden. It includes the pattern, fabrics, and bindings for the wall hanging that's 40 by 40 and the pillow, or you could have that be a table topper that finishes 18 by 18. Okay, really, really fun, great skill builder. And this is $99.99. So let's take a peek overhead at this, and then I will also share the Raspberry Summer link with you. So we have the Dresdens, 3 projects included. 2 are going to be kitted, but 3 projects. So the 3 projects in the pattern are a table runner, the pillow, and a wall hanging. And you'll be able to have enough fabric for the pillow and the wall hanging in the kit. They wanted to keep it a nice price point, which is why they only included 2 of the 3. So really pretty. And you know what? For this particular, like, I love Sherry and Chelsea, amazing, amazing artists, the nicest ladies. I love Raspberry Summer. It goes back to the ever popular Strawberry Lemonade, kind of the best of and a little bit more. So we have some navies in here, the deep teal, the mints, the green, citrine, red, pink, orange, and whites. Just gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. So we have those pre-cuts in stock. Jelly rolls, mini charms, layer cakes, okay? We have standalone pattern of Dresden. We have Sherry's Harbor pattern, okay? This is a row by row, super fun. We have a Raspberry Summer tote. That's a hexie, but instead of being a pillow or such, you're turning it into a tote. Sunshine Village, which is by by Chelsea. Tall Houses, and another Chelsea, the Star-Crossed Remix. Let me put that link up for Raspberry Summer, and the yardage isn't up there quite yet because we don't have it in stock, okay? All right. Really, really fun and exciting. So I can't wait for that yardage to come in, and I hope you are as excited as I am. What else do I have for you? Well, the other things that I have on my notes here are that we wanted to give a announcement for a Chatsworth meetup that we are going to be having, and we'll follow it up with an email for everybody to make sure that everybody knows. So on Tuesday, February 25th, it's the last Tuesday of the month, we're going to be gathering at 6:30 and having show and tell at 7. So no matter where you are on the journey, we want to invite everybody to come in and either show off the great stuff that you have, or if you need a little motivation because you really love the project and you want to work on it, or you thought it was an interesting pattern and you didn't know if you should buy it, come on in and check it out. So with it being February and the possibility of there being snow, we just would be playing it by ear that if you are concerned about weather on a day like that, just give us a buzz, because we want to make sure that everybody's safe. And if we would need to reschedule, we absolutely would. But just wanted to share that with you. Since it is February, we don't always know what's going on. And I know we are coming up on our hour together. I still have some sale yard bundles that we put together. So I wanted to make sure we had all of our announcements in before we hop to our sale yard bundles, because, you know, I have to show them to you. And since we've been putting them together, we got to do a lot of chopping and pulling yesterday while we were rearranging the store. So I want to share all of that with you. Just a quick reminder, if you are logging off, we are doing our Valentine's Day of Savings tomorrow. And so what does that mean? So that means that we have, if you are in person, you're going to be able to draw for a fun savings. And so that might be a free Fat Quarter. That could be 10% off of items that are red. It could be a specific coupon for a specific item. So something fun and worth coming in for. You'll get a little piece of chocolate. And then for any purchase of, I don't know where to put it, but any purchase of $50 or more, we have a fun mini charm for you on a fun Valentine card. And that's going to be from a selection of mini charms, some of which you've seen, some of which you haven't seen. So, and if you are not able to come in, what we will do is that we will include a future fun little coupon for you with your order that is either sent out or picked up. But the gift with purchase, and if you had wanted the little chocolate, can come along as well in your package. So if you are from a distance or are, you know, working, work gets in the way of so much, I know, right? So you'll be able to participate as well. So that's fun, fun, fun. All right, now let's take a peek at our 6-yard bundles that I have for you. So our 6-yard bundles that we've put together, I'm just going to grab a link for that for you. We have been, for a while, we had done a whole bunch of, what did we do? We did where we put together 6 fabrics, so you, in yards, could do stuff with it. People loved it, and then we just kind of stopped. And so now we are back to doing it, and So thank Fran, because Fran was like, Julie, why haven't you done 6-yard bundles? So was it Fran or was it Doris? Anyhow, so I apologize for giving credit to the potentially the wrong quilter, but it is so much fun. So I'm just going to get you the bundle. I don't know. Okay. It is in our sale bundles. And if you look at clearance, actually, if you look at clearance, they're the first ones that come up because I have it sorted by newest. So there you go. It's just clearance. Look at the newest items on there. So let me grab that for you. All right, here we go. Let's take a peek. So I'm going to start with the newest ones, and then I think I put some in between that I didn't show you last week because I just was having so much fun. Here we go. So this one is called Wine O'Clock, and I had asked last week what you wanted to see, and Nancy said she wanted wine. So here we go. We have Wine O'Clock. Some nice wine bottles. We have some grapes, a fun green, some corks, purple, and a vineyard chalkboard sign. And these are $49.99, so really nice. So 6 whole yards of fabric. Okay, you could make 2 3-yard quilts. You could make 1 5-yard quilt. You could cut it up and have several bundle things. There's just lots you could do. You could make pillowcases out of these. Lots of different things. Okay, next up, I am going to share with you Lighthearted, I called it. It's not all lighthearted, but it's beautiful pinks and reds and white with a titch of green in there. Soft and pretty. So that one I called Lighthearted. Next up I have one called Orange Blossom. And once again, everything that I put together here, I have at $49.99, so a really great price. And yes, you got it. If you had wanted to take advantage of the free gift, you will have to add something to your order, because this is not $50. It is only $49.99. I'm so mean. All right, so this Orange Blossom here, we have some April Rosenthal in here. We have some Basic Gray. We have a little bit of Strawberry Lemonade, ooh, by Sherry and Chelsea. This gorgeous Free Spirit piece. I just thought it was an eclectic mix here and really fresh. Fresh and fun. So I call that one Orange Blossom. Next up, I'm just going to bring these here and set them aside, right? Got to stay organized. Stay organized. I have another stack. This one here, we're going to start off with a Contemporary Peach grouping. So with the Contemporary Peach grouping, this has some art gallery in it. It has some Ruby Star. So it's orange into peach. Just fun. And then this one here, this is Gingerbread, Dwell in Possibility. I love words. I just love words. So that one is there. And I don't think we might have 1 or 2 of this one. So all of these, just a nice different assortment. We don't have a lot of repeats here, so that way we can just keep making fun different ones for you. Berry Bright 6 yards. So we have some April Rosenthal. We have little Kim Schaefer here from Pips, Kim Schaefer Pips. We have some Patrick Lose. We have some Creativity Shell. So that is just fun and cheery. You could use it together. You could use it separate. Do you like these 6-yard bundles? Are they a good value? You gotta let me know if you think they're a great idea or not. All right. Then we have, ooh, this is a Primitive Gathering red and cream bundle. Well, mostly cream with a little red. You never see this stuff on sale in a bundle. Ooh, look at this. Really nice little shirting backgrounds there. Really nice. $49.99. This one wouldn't necessarily be a quilt on itself. It would be just a nice addition to your collection to be able to add in to things, because we always need backgrounds, right? Always need backgrounds. And then I have Silhouette 6-yard bundle. This is the last Holly Taylor collection with Moda, and very clean. We have our porcelain and slate and charcoal. Very nice. Could use it together, could use it separately. So those are the new ones that we put together. And then I'm going to show you the ones that I put together since I talked to you last. Because as I said, we have been just making them and selling them so fast, which is super fun. And I'm so happy that you're liking them. And we've been pairing things, you know, some of them from the main room, some of them from the value area, and so that we can then bring in or move more fabrics into the value area to give you just a really nice opportunities for either starting to build a quilt or picking a really great price for a back. So we are really working on making sure that we have a nice value section. It had gotten away from us for a little bit, but we now are spending a little bit of more of a time making sure that we have a nice cohesive back room. And if it seems a little tippy, it's because you are all loving it so much. So we need to fill it back up. All right. Now this here, this one is vroom vroom, beep beep vroom vroom. So kind of fun. We have some great tonals here. I think we only have one left of this one, some great stripes. And then I put in fish because, well, they're fun. So I don't know if you would fish and drive at the same time, but from a color palette, I thought that that looked really cool together. We have a Sherry and Chelsea line. What? So can you believe, how did we do this one? So this is some Laguna Sunrise, which is still in the main room, paired with a strawberry lemonade. But I just thought that maybe, and then, is this a Coriander? It's a front bright, I don't know which one this one, but this is a fresh pack. Wanted to put a nice fresh pack together to get you I'm bribing you, right? I'm bribing you with some exciting ones. They're all exciting. And I think Fran was looking for some St. Patrick's Day things. Well, I have a Lucky Charms 6-yard bundle for you. I love this one here. It reminds me of the Girl Scout trefoil cookie. Is that even a thing anymore? I don't know. I try not to eat too many Girl Scout cookies because, you know, a sleeve is a serving, but now these sleeves are getting so small, so it's almost like a whole box is a serving. Really, really pretty. A few of those in the store. One more sports 6-yard bundle. This is Stacy Chu. I don't know if I had this one last week or if this is one that I remade. So we have the different team jerseys, a nice stripe, different sporting equipment, different fields, some trophies, and some pennants. Really nice. Super fun. These could also work really well as adding in for extra blocks if you're working on a t-shirt quilt, you know, and you just wanted a little something something. This would give you a little bit of a nice tight palette to be able to play with that. We have a Shoreline version 2. And yes, we are getting Nantucket Summer from Camille. That is going to be coming out this summer. Pretty, 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 pretty. And one more behind me here. And this one is called Fancy That. And I think we only have one of these left as well. So from one of our favorite local designers, Stephanie from Fancy That Design House. Browns and reds, a little bit of peach here. Super fun. So if there's a style that you want us to see if we can put together, drop it in the comments. But we just have been having lots of fun pulling all sorts of great fabric combinations together. Whew, so, oh, I powered through those. And what's the name of that blue and green one? So, Sherry, the name of the blue and green one, this one here is Shoreline V2. So, if it's missing, it might be gone, or it might be because this batch was from, I paired it a few days ago, so it might be a little bit farther down in that list, but Shoreline V2. All right. Well, I am so excited that you spent time with me. We had lots of fun. I hope you had fun too. We looked at some new fabric. We had On the Bias, which is this great new Patrick Lose. We have some fun new Ruby Star. We have this Blue Hour with a French name that I cannot pronounce. We are teasing you with a little bit of Raspberry Summer. Our bundle of the week is a great Valentine inspired pack. We are getting in a whole bunch of really amazing Tim Holtz basics. We have this quilt behind me that is Create Joy Project, and that is a handful of those beautiful kits left. After that's gone, I have no separate panels, okay? And what I have in store is what I have in store. So you're going to want to scoop it up sooner than later. And our gift with purchase starts now. So if you purchase anything online that is eligible, we will throw it in, and we will then be giving you a little coupon for your next purchase. And if you're lucky enough to be able to stop in store tomorrow, you'll be drawing for your fun discount, getting a piece of chocolate, and receiving a gift with purchase with any purchase of $50 or more. Well, I want you to stay warm, keep on quilting, happy quilting, and we'll see you soon.